All right, so Beric Dondarrion, Lady Stoneheart, and Jon Snow, the three characters who are raised back from the dead, are mirrored elsewhere in the story, and it's really cool. If you haven't watched part one of this video, go and watch it. But this is part two, and in part one, we looked at what they'll probably do when they come back, specifically what Jon will do, and how it will probably be the same thing he was doing when he passed away, just because that's what Beric and Lady Stoneheart or Caitlyn did after they were raised as well. But as far as Jon and Caitlyn and Beric and Darian being mirrored elsewhere, um, there's another spot in the story. If you remember Varamir's six skins, he's a skin changer. A skin changer is like halfway between a warg and a green seer. A warg can, um, go live a second life in wolves, or a green seer can like enter the werewoods themselves. But a skin changer is like in between. So Varamir's six skins has a shadow cat, a bear, some eagles, and he also has three wolves. The three wolves are One Eye, an older male, Sly, the younger female, and then Stalker, who's the youngest male of all. And those mirror Beric, who's the one-eyed oldest male, and then Lady Catelyn, the female, and then Jon Snow, a younger male. Right. So Beric, Caitlyn, and Jon Snow mirror the three wolves of Varamir Sixskins. And what happens to those wolves in the story is after Varamir Sixskins has passed away and he's living his second life in One Eye, his wolf, Bran comes along and takes command of the pack, right? He takes over the pack from One Eye, and now Summer is the pack leader, not One Eye, not Varamir Sixskins. So is that an indication maybe that what's going to happen with Jon Snow is that he's going to be manipulated, or he's going to have control over his life, his second life taken over by the old gods, by the Green Seers, whether that's Bran himself or Bloodraven or the old gods as a whole, to have him and Caitlyn, if she's still around then, to continue doing the things or the will of the old gods and fulfilling their purpose, right? Caitlyn's already kind of doing that because she is taking vengeance on the Freys who broke guest right, a very important old god's law. And it seems like the old god's vengeance is being meted out through Lady Stoneheart. So what will the old gods want Jon to be doing? Will they want him to be going south and capturing Winterfell? Will they want him to be battling the others and resisting them? Or will they want him to be doing both of those things or something else? Let me know in the comments below, but I thought it was really interesting how those three characters who are raised mirror the three wolves of Varamir Sixskins who are taken over by Bran and Summer.